Yes, we have bullets flying all over Nigeria, but we have a president that was in charge. What kind of president that will openly violate our constitution, yet still talking about respecting the rule of law? So it's like somebody that having cigarette in their hand and looking at a soundboard and say, no smoking, but then the cigarette in their hand and they're smoking it. That's how the president speaks. Okay? For the president to be talking about respecting the rule of law, and opening about having it and over there, you know, well, what I say. So for me, I can think for free. Chancellor regime, Chancellor, we're flying, Chancellor regime was far better than President Baka regime. Because the level of insensitivity is so hard to understand that what is not enough to describe this president evil act. But be frank, some of you, or some of the new people that are looking at their future and putting it in their body in the name of supporting Baka, I'm so sorry.
The students of LBR in the come.
When they were coming, they said they were freedom fighter. When they were coming, they said they were liberator. But when they they teach them what kind of people they do? They are freedom fighters. What kind of people they do? They are freedom fighters. Freedom fighter, you bring our women. They are freedom fighters. Freedom fighter, you bring our children. They are freedom fighters. Freedom fighter, you destroy our country. They are freedom fighters. When they were coming, they said they were liberator. When they were coming, they said they were liberator. But when they came to they teach their mind. When they came to they teach their mind. What kind of people they do? They are freedom fighters. What kind of people they do? They are freedom fighters. Freedom fighters, you break me. They are freedom fighters. Freedom fighters, you building our children. They are freedom fighters. Freedom fighters, you destroying our country. They are freedom fighters.
All right, so from the sunny beaches of the borough of New Crew Town down to the township of West Point. A pleasant good morning and welcome to yet another edition of the program, Issues in the Society with me, Stephen Compton, on this Valentine's Day. And so I'd like to say happy Valentine's Day to all of our cherished followers. I will always say take up your time, to follow us during the program. We actually appreciate. And so we are here, and today's another day. And definitely it's our duty, our responsibility to respond to responsibly to thought things that matter most to our country. And this is our own way of contributing to the mother's land through the pages of history. And so good morning to our people there in Claretown, our people there in Loking Town, and Central Moravia, Monserrato County is environs. Oh yeah, so to our people in Radio Land and also those of you who are following us via our various social media platforms, continue to play the Kings cash giveaway. 10,000 Liberian dollars up for grab. All you need to do is to have 200 or above, $1.50 in your Lone Star mobile account, and dial star 799 star 25 hash. I repeat, star 799 star 25 hash and stand a chance to win for yourself 10,000 Liberian dollars. And I just got told by the lady Jenny that a lot of people are playing, and so in the next 5 minutes she will be giving out 10,000 to 2 persons. Can you imagine? So you can take advantage of that. Definitely, she's doing the draw behind the scene. The moment she comes on, she's going to do the calling that she would call you people on. And so keep playing and stand a chance to win for yourself 10,000. Star 799 star 25 hash is the code. Have 200 or above in your phone, or $1.50 and stand a chance to win for yourself 10,000 on this Valentine's Day. And so we are here again. What is happening to our country? What is actually happening to our country? The political landscape of Liberia continues to witness a great tension in terms of power struggle regarding the critical interpretation of the Supreme Court ruling. With the response from Bon County Representative Foley family in regards to Associate Justice Yamigwe's response to the court's interpretation of the impacts of the House of Representatives. We'll also be looking at that this morning. And we'll be throwing light on the dismissal of Nathan Bulls, Eman Glasgow, what that means for our country, and also the decision by the Rule of Law Caucus of the House of Representatives by never, absolutely never, to sit under the leadership of the majority bloc of representative of Montserrat County District 11, Richard Cohn. What do you make of that? We are going to read that communication and also make our own analysis on those people's decision and what that means for our country, where our country is headed to, what that means for our governance system. We are here. I'm Stephen Compton, and I'm here with my political analyst, Mr. Ali Masale. Let me quickly break in. Mr. Masale, good morning from my end here.
Good morning, Stephen. Good morning, Mama Liberia. This is Ali Masale. I'm glad to be here this morning on this Valentine's Day. I would like to take this time to wish my beautiful wife, Aminata and Masale, a happy Valentine's, and all my kids, Aliatu Masale and Dallas Amina Masale. And a special one for me to all Liberians in around the world. Our followers, everyone. I wish you all a happy Valentine's Day. Sign of appreciation to your loved one, a big one from me to you all, and also a belated birthday to Mandela Aliatu Amisha Masale yesterday.
Yeah. We want to delegate a show to her, definitely. Though the birthday has passed, but we are delegating to this edition of the show to her. So we say happy birthday to you, sweetheart, and we wish you many more years to come.
Yes, and a special Valentine's to His Excellency George Mane Weah and his darling wife, which is Claire Mary Weah. I wish the both of them a happy and Valentine's Day today. Be here again this morning.
Yeah, that's good. That's actually good. And so I just talked about a few issues we will be talking about today. I play an audio, but just for the benefit of people who just joined us, let me once again play this particular audio. Then I come to the communication from the Rule of Law Caucus of the House of Representatives. Then we talk about also the issue that has to do with Mana Glasgow's the president decision to suspend Mana Glasgow. We also talk about that. But before then, let me play this particular audio from the representative Foley family. Yeah, let's have it. Okay, so that was a statement from a uncounted representative of Foley family in regards to a recent statement made by one of the associate justices and Justice Yamin Wese. The reason why they never attended President Boycott's second state of the nation address. He made a lot of statements regarding that, owing to the fact that, among other things, that the setting of the majority bloc is illegal, and so they will not, as justice says, are people who, protect the Constitution of Liberia will not sit on such person, during such occasion. And so this statement was made a couple of days ago, and the representative family in yesterday's section was able to turn the associate justice statement as a Laker statement. In Liberia, if someone tells you that what you are saying is a Laker talk, you know what that means. Okay, so he said a statement made by the associate justice is just a Laker statement, and so you listen to the audio definitely. And again, at the session yesterday, after the session, there was a communication sent out by the Rule of Law Caucus of the House of Representatives. And I will quickly read that so that I can be able to go back to Mr. Mansale so we can go through our discussion. Because we are doing this so that we can set up the basis of what we are about to talk about, so that you can have a fundamental understanding of our discussion this morning. All right. So for those of you who are following us via our various social media platforms, as usual, we are asking you to share the live videos, on all of the platforms, and invite other people to watch along with you. So very quickly, let me get this communication. It's a statement by the Rule of Law Caucus on the prevailing situation at the House of Representatives, Thursday, February 13, 2025. Today, we came to the gathering of our colleagues from the so-called majority bloc to address them and inform them that their actions and their continued sitting in defiance of the Supreme Court's ruling delivered by the full bench and properly interpreted by the justice in chambers are illegal. Their persistent disregard for the higher cause of our land endangers the survivability of our country, undermines our governance system, and threatens both national and international confidence in our institutions. This continued defiance puts at risk the integrity of our democracy, the stability of our economy, and the trust of the Liberian people and international partners. The communication went on. It says, we call on our colleagues to respect the decision of the Supreme Court and to work with us toward a solution that is consistent with the rule of law. As of today, now there's an important area, so I want you to listen very keenly. I'll read that again. It says, we call on our colleagues to respect the decision of the Supreme Court and to work with us towards a solution that is consistent with the rule of law. As of today, we have resolved and we will no longer, we have resolved and we will no longer sit under the leadership as the court has declared their action unlawful. Instead, we will continue to work with Speaker Kofa and convene with him as necessary in accordance with Article 33 of the Constitution, which allows us to meet and adjourn in the absence of a quorum. We will maintain this position until our colleagues recognize the authority of the Supreme Court and until the executive ceases its support for their unconstitutional action. So I will stop there. The other one where I just follow up information. And now, so that's a communication from the Rule of Law Caucus of the House of Representatives, headed by Representative Musa Berete. So after yesterday's section, because I saw it all on social media yesterday, after Representative Berete was saying in session yesterday, there were a lot of things, a lot of people posting all sort of things on social media yesterday, how he was threatened because of a colleague's recent outbursts against him. So he was forced to go for session yesterday. And that after the session, he and his colleagues came up with this particular position that they would no longer sit under the leadership of Speaker Kong of the majority bloc. And that's a decision. They said they will remain, or they will maintain that decision, but they will maintain that decision and set under Speaker Kofa until those representatives of the majority bloc realize the interpretation of the code and adhere to whatsoever thing the code says. And so that's the essence of that communication. So these for other things, I will now go right back to Mr. Mansale so that he can be able to give an analysis on this issue. So Mr. Mansale, it's up to you, Chief.
Thank you there, Stephen. Thank you. And your team, our listening audience, our followers. Happy Valentine's Day to you all once again. We are here again this morning to discuss important issues that have to do with our country. And first of all, let me say something to people who say they take their precious time to listen to the radio. Yes, because they feel that Liberia is all we have, and we all want to see a better Liberia. So when we sit there to discuss issues about what is happening in our country, people take up their time, and we don't enforce feeling here. If we say something on this radio, and you feel because you are a Unity Party partisan, you are a supporter of Unity Party or well-wisher of the party, and you want to call here to disagree with us, you can call here and disagree with us respectfully. We are not going to cut you off. But if you want to come here with some disrespect, we are going to cut you off. Mm-hmm. My brother Hassan Kiawu, if I get it, I don't hear Hassan Kiawu, not Kiazulu, but Hassan Kiawu, he's a supporter of Unity Party. We know him. And sometimes he listens to the radio and he call here. And even if you want to disagree with us, he disagree with us respectfully. He's not here to insult anyone. So if you want to be calling here to defend this government, or what we say, if you want to say your own, you can say it respectfully. But if you come here with your feelings, we're going to cut you off. We are not here to disrespect anyone, and we would sit here for anyone to come and disrespect us. Taking our time to come and sit there, we are not less busy. If you think, okay, to the issue, yes, I listened to what you just read from Musa Hassan Berete, the rule of law caucus. I think he the head of the chair for the rule of law caucus.
Yeah, the chairperson.
Today we see, first of all, President Wakai. This is time now. If he rendered note to himself as a campaign that he came to rescue with the Liberian people, that all the laws were breaking down by President Weah when he was in power. So those were things that he campaigned on, that he was coming to straighten the country. But it is quite unfortunate to see Joseph Boakai being the oldest president in our country, and to see how lawlessly our country has been governed today, and Joseph Boakai being the head of this country, after serving in government for 42 years, and people brag of him having the experience that he could lead our country the right way. And today we see that our country has been going down in the garbage. This is so sad for our country. And when we sit here to say some of these things, and those people will want to come here to enforce their feeling. If you come here to enforce your feeling, we will cut you off. And it will pin you, because you take all your time to say silent radio, you listening to us, and then you call to make your impact, and we cut you off because you came with your feelings to be very, very much disrespectful. People insulted President Weah in that country throughout. We can't say that here to insult Joseph Boakai. We only criticize the government, and we say the truth. And the truth that we can hear. Nobody against the government. Nobody hate Joseph Boakai. My hate for Joseph Boakai can't change. You can't even say move a needle on you. You can't even say shake him. So if you can see today Joseph Boakai governing our country, and there is no rule of law in the country, everything you see those people doing, why you think they are doing it? Because Joseph Boakai gave them the power for them to do it. Because first of all, Joseph Boakai came to power as a president. He was the first president in the country to disrespect the Supreme Court. So why do you think those people they are going to do? If Joseph Boakai, can take lawmakers, put it there in hotel, using our taxpayer money just to remove a sitting speaker. He gave birth to all of these things today. During the speakership election, when they went there, when they bought me from LPRC, he said, oh yes, Richard Kuhn and Joseph Boakai interest. So we there had to do everything to make sure we get the numbers tomorrow, because that's the president interest. So the removal of this speaker, our ever since business, is not something that started today. It started during the speakership election. And today we heard this. They say where there is smoke, there is fire. When we got information where this Joseph Boakai man and his people, they were like, okay, then they carry the speakership election, even when he win, because at that time they wanted to boycott the inauguration, and they slowed down, talking about Sonati Kufa was an American citizen, all of these things. So he said, okay, let it carry the speakership election, let it carry on. After that, we will still make sure after 3 months, we're getting out. Where there is smoke, there is fire. We heard that in nonsense. And today, this is what happened. If a certain president can disrespect the constitution that brought him to power, he disrespect the hearing of the Supreme Court, why you think gave bread? Why you think ready made for the family, like picking, to be brave enough to do what he did? The kind of statement he made yesterday. Why you think James Colette will be brave enough to go and vandalize or sitting speaker office? Why you think they are doing this thing? Because of Joseph Boakai. Joseph Boakai don't respect the rule of law in our country. He said George Weah was breaking the rule of law, and he came to power today to come and straighten the rule of law. But let's see how Liberia is heading today. Because if Joseph Boakai campaigned on respecting rule of law and he came to power, the time the Supreme Court told him you had to reinstate these people from any position. If you were to listen to Supreme Court, right there, people will be getting afraid. They will say, oh yes, this man, he campaigned on respecting rule of law, and we can see it happening. George Weah didn't campaign on rule of law, respecting rule of law. It was not his campaign message. But when he came to power, he decided to take people from any position. And when they told him you can't do this, those people they are in any position. What he did, he left it to serve in their tenure, and after their time, he was able to put those that he wanted to put to those positions. But Joseph Boakai, who put pen to paper with Madam Salif to put any position into law, he came today and he decided to disrespect any position. Why? Because he came to power with hate. That anybody that comes around George Weah, he don't want to see them. These are some of the reasons today you see this government, they are crying, they are struggling. So the issue of, for the family, the issue of James Cole, all those people, they are learning from Joseph Boakai. Our children learn from all. If you can get a president that doesn't have respect for the rule of law and the Constitution and the Supreme Court in the country, you expect everybody to follow his lead. And those people from the majority blood, they are following Joseph Boakai lead. And he cannot stop them. He can't say anything to that. Even the issue of Elmer Glasgow, where they went, because the first people that he got rid of for any position, everybody more for him, they know Joseph Boakai don't have respect for the Constitution, this and that. That was why you see they put Madam Glasgow back. And he was finding means to get her out. Why? Because she was put in that position by George Weah. Anybody that came into government under George Weah administration, Joseph Boakai don't want to. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
To power during George Weah administration, Joseph Boakai don't want to see you. So he did everything. He still finding means to get rid of Emma Glasgow, talking about suspending her, and that's going to be a suspension for time indefinite. At the end of the day, he gets her out. So this is the president that came to rescue we, the Liberian people, that came to reconcile, unify, and put us together when he keep dividing us on a daily basis. Now, if you happy to fire Emma Glasgow, you know how many people you are fired. You don't think on that. When we came to power, he said, I will maintain everybody that is working in government. Because when you fire those people today, what becomes of their family and other people that are depending on them? But the man that came to rescue us, saying he came to power, how many people have lost their job? And if you can see today, Musa Hassan Berete, they are saying that they won't sit under the gavel of Richard Nangbe Kun because he was elected illegally and unconstitutionally. And then you see for the family coming to say he can't go by what the justice, what the man said, because they could talk. That talk undermine the peace and stability of our country.
Oh, yes.
The Supreme Court is the higher decision body making in the country. If justice from the Supreme Court bench can come and say such a thing, you people, if you know that you really went to school, you were really school, what comes to your mind? I don't know why some people, they get into this power and then they start to lose their senses. They start acting that kind of mentally ill. I can't really understand it. That's why the Liberian politics, like how you can treat some people as young as you are, you for the family, for you to look at Supreme Court justice, what he said, and then you say that's a liquor talk. That undermine the peace and stability of our country. Because if you're not listening to the Supreme Court, it even said mean that you can even say overthrow the president. Because even the president is not above the Supreme Court. But because Joseph Boakai came and he showed to we the Liberian people that he above the law, he's above the Supreme Court. This is why you see those irresponsible boys and girls are carrying on those irresponsible and reckless attitude they are practicing for Joseph Boakai. Because Joseph Boakai is irresponsible and reckless to be a president of our country. This is why he's governing our country that kind of lawless way. And this is why you see those guys, they are doing that. James Cole, the Capitol building. You people are not going there for session. So what sense does it make for you to go and vandalize the speaker office? Who is going to sit there?
Mhm.
Today, you people are going from one point to another, to have session. So what the rationale behind it for you to go and vandalize his office, where you people are not even going to the Capitol building to have session? But all these things come from our president, who doesn't respect the rule of law. And because he doesn't have respect for the rule of law and the Supreme Court, this is why today you see all this lawless attitude are going on in the country. Because you living in your house there, what your children see you doing is what they going to practice.
Oh yes,
And
definitely.
if you want to beat on them, they will be like, well, we saw you doing this. We thought it was good. Like one of my friends, he was in the habit of beating his wife every night and then beating on his wife. This is not right. Why you continue doing this? And he was like, I used to see my father beating my my mother all the time. So he took it to be something good, but it was not good. So everything I will tell you, you can sit in your feelings, I don't care, but every reckless and irresponsible attitude of those lawmakers, they learned from Joseph Boakai, and Joseph Boakai cannot say a word because he started to disrespect the Supreme Court of our country. So that gave for the family the strength to look at Mr. Basic statement and say that's a liquor talk. If Joseph Boakai campaigned on respecting rule of law and he came to power, we saw him exhibiting it to show to we the Liberian people, oh yeah, I campaign on respecting rule of law, and I came here, I will make sure the rule of law will be respected. Because he said George Weah was breaking these laws. But today, let's see how Liberia is looking. Our constitution has been put aside. Is that the country you are calling on we the diaspora Liberian to come in when there is no rule of law, there is no rule and order in the country? Everything in the country, lawlessness has become the order of the day of your government. And then you want us to risk our life to come in such a country where there is no freedom of speech, police brutality. You bringing out the army to intimidate our people, to terrorize them. And then you want us to leave from here and come. We say, oh yeah, Liberia, our home. Let's go and build a country. In a country where there is no rule of law, that country is not safe. And today, now, we are seeing the rule of law caucus, the minority bloc, they are now going to start having their own session. And now your majority bloc, headed by you, Joseph Boakai, and your Richie Kun, who is your interest that you can use him to rip our country off. Because that's why you don't want Fonati Kofa. Because Kofa will not be over there for you to carry on your pony and take it. Because the whole speakership basically is just about budget manipulation. That's all you people want to do in our country. Oh yes, Steven, you put in for 10 million. Okay, yeah, we give you 15 million, but make sure that 5 million don't touch it. And at the end of the day, they can't take that 5 million. Maybe they give you 200,000-300,000. The remaining one they carry. That's all the fighting on the speakership business to rip our country off. And this is the intention Joseph Boakai came with. And today I see people saying, oh, President Boakai has suspended, I think, 400 or how many people because those people, they didn't declare their assets. No, Joseph Boakai, other people will fall for your rhetoric, but not Aliyu Masari. That's your distraction. I can't fall for it. You, Joseph Boakai, you campaign on respecting rule of law and the constitution, and you sat there, the records are there that when you are a president-elect, even before you step into office, you will declare your asset. You told we the Liberian people, the records are there, and even that is the law. It is in the constitution. You're supposed to declare your asset before you even step in the executive mansion as a president-elect. Did you do it? No. You came to power, you stole our country money enough before you declare your asset. You did the same thing that your government officials are doing. You came to power, you started stealing. George Weah said, I left 40 million. Joseph Boakai said, no, that 20 million I made there. When the central bank governor King said, no, that why George Weah left there, these are all of the things today. He said, no, I had to get rid of this man. What become of that money today up to now? We can't know about it. You stole that money. You stole enough when you came to power before you declare your asset because you had nothing Faculty, according to Michael Gaiman and borrow his word, you never had it.
Mm-hmm.
So you had to steal enough before you declare your asset. And this is the same thing I continue to say. Your children, your lawmakers, your government officials, they are learning after you. So they too, they have to steal before they declare their asset. You did the same thing, then why you not want your friend to steal? Or because you feel they have stolen enough now, so you telling them, okay, yeah, you don't know why they think that you're not doing too much now. You have to declare your asset. You see? So me, I fall for it. These are all rhetorics. Me, I can't fall for it. Your people who put you there, they the one will say, oh yeah, the paper working, he tried to fight against corruption, he putting your foot down. I see all of these things, but not me. You are a criminal in chief, our president Joseph Boakai. So me, I can't fall for that. I think when your people here, they want to come call here to insult. Joseph Boakai said when he become president, before he entered the executive mansion, he will declare an asset. Did he do it? Answer yourself before you call here. He voted on respect. He campaigned on respecting rule of law. How is our rule of law today in the country? Everything, all of our laws have been broken. Answer yourself before you call here to defend him. And even you that there, you get it in your feelings. Why your children see you doing is what they are going to follow. So what those lawmakers see Joseph Boakai doing is what they are doing. And he cannot stop them because he gave breath to it. So you should answer yourself before you call here to defend him. So the rule of law caucus, now we're coming to see how Liberia is going to be looking again, where in majority bloc one side, minority bloc one side. So if Joseph Boakai was a president already came to lead our people, this is time that he tried to see how he can call his Rachel Kun for them to do the needful to maintain the peace and stability that George William Manasedi left in that country that he met there. Instead of destabilizing our country, undermining the peace and stability of our country. You think these are things that will be happening in the country and then people come in that country to come and invest? Why people are calling on investors to come in to invest? Which one of the investors will see such a lawless country and raise their money to come there? Which one of the diaspora Liberian will see our country being governed lawlessly by the oldest president ever that we thought he could serve our country well and raise their life to come there with their money to come and invest? They will not do it. Nobody will do that. We suffer a lot here for our money. So when we keep it, when we want to come back home to put it down to do something, we should come in a safe environment. The government cannot employ everybody. Government cannot give everybody job. Government is there to create the avenue for people to come in. Creating avenue, peace and stability, that's one of the payoff for creating avenue for investors to come in, for the citizens to come into that country to invest. When the peace is stable in the country, but there is no peace in the country, when we say it, people want to get in their feeling. If you think that country is safe, it's not safe. Just now, you're before fire, get out, you say you're going to protest. When police now can start kicking you, beating you, is that the safe country? Joseph Boakai had just the entire fabric of the entire country, everything had politicized them. Anywhere you go is politics. You go on the other side, everybody just there, the following the lead. And this is my greatest disappointment, to see young boys and girls who are educated to see this old man with a Blamado degree and he's using them as if to say they didn't go to school. As old as Joseph Boakai is with Blamado degree, you see young people in government today, they have, I don't know, I don't think some of us can work in government because I cannot do anything that will bring stigma to my children tomorrow. When they go Liberia, they want to talk, oh, that your pie all can hear they support this country. These are some of the things. Because I'm not among those Liberians who come to America, they learn the good thing, and they go back today, they able to practice it, they able to change nothing in our country but to follow the lead of corruption and to destroy our country. See the issue about Nuka. Showed up for Nuka, and he was trying to leave the country because all of those people, they part of that deal. That woman, that lady signed, getting those guys, the controller, he's part of it. Those people should be suspended as well. but he was trying to sneak to come back to America. These are some of the things we can tell you. When those people leave from here, they go Liberia, they are only there to destroy our country, because anything happy, we see them running coming back to America. Anything happy, you see them running coming back to America. And this is why Donald Trump, our money will not go to Liberia, and we will make sure we will protest to that Capitol building. All of our lawmakers, you have to deport their family nearby. If you lawmaker, your wife and children should be in Liberia. Because those people, they get their family here. This is why you see they continue doing such an attitude or act in that country. Because anything happy today, they will run the camp. Where Gregory Coleman family? Where your Prince White Johnson? Where are his family? Those people are people in America here. Anything sparkle in our country, they run away. They coming back to America here. When they enter our embassy, they will not deny them. They get a passport and thing. Some of them, they get a green card and thing. They will not deny them. At the end of the day, we lead them. But if their families are in our country, you will not see them carry on this kind of reckless and irresponsible attitude in the country. When we say that, we talking, people want to come back at us. So let's see now, the majority bloc and the minority bloc, they are going separate ways again. As a president with 42 years experience, let's see what he's coming to do now to bring those people together. Because the whole speakership removal, it was masterminded by Joseph Boakai. And today you see how our country is. There is no rule of law. There is no rule and order in our country. Lawlessness is all we can see. Either today you hear this happen, the other person steal, or the other lawmaker do this every day. Like the last time when we came here, when we were living and say maybe we'll hear another corruption news.
And this predation can come true, you know.
Every day. So government are keen to rescue your be Joshua administration. If almost every day or every week we used to be hearing the kind of massive corruption that is going on in the country today. You call and tell us how many instances let learn. So Stephen, take the floor. Let me drink my coffee.
All right, okay, thank you so kindly. And then let me quickly recognize people who are following us via our various social media platforms here. And Duncan Williams Gay says, I'm watching from Grand Bassa County, Buchanan City. Thank you so much, Gay. And Ralph Cooper is watching us from Colorado, that is US, and Perry Slobot is watching us live from the Garden Street of New Jersey, USA. Thank you so much, Perry. And he says, and Boakai is not presidential material. That is why he did not have respect. He do not have respect for the rule of law. All right. So that's Perry's claim. And Josh Watkins Jr. says, I'm following from my comfort zone in District 13th, Monserrate County, Liberia. Asata M. Naylor says, good morning, family. I'm watching live from So Clinic Community. Good to be on the show. Boakai is a complete rebel and a criminal. All right. So, and we can just an attack. Okay. Bapin Paul Lee said he's following us from Johnsonville. Thank you. So, share the live and invite other people to follow as well as we go on and on with the program this morning. But while we are still talking, I just received a signal again that a couple of draws are about to be done in the next 5 to 6 minutes. So all you need to do is to dial star 799 star 25 hash with just $200 Liberian dollars or $1.50. Stand a chance to win for yourself 10,000, right? 10,000. So she's about to do a couple of draws again. That is probably could be 1 or 2 persons who will be walking away with 10,000. And you can be among those people who will be walking away with that money. So keep playing, yo. Don't say I didn't tell you. Keep playing. All right. Now, so back to the issue. Thank you so very kindly, Mr. Masale. As you regularly said, you know, I just want to leave our people, you know, so that they can have that say on this thing. Because these are things we have been talking over and over. You know, every time I appreciate the Almighty God that everything that happens on a daily basis, validates things that we always talk here. It proves that we don't just come on this platform uninformed, or we just make our stories, to misinform the public. Everything we have ever said on this platform are happening on a daily basis. And these things are happening right before our own eyes. We talk about this issue that has to do with Fonante's remover, that it was something that had been sponsored by the executive, and it is true. There are glaring facts. The writings on the wall proves that yes, the executive's hands is into this. That's the reason why you are not hearing anybody talking, to address this issue, as mentioned in the minority, or probably the rule of law caucus of the House of Representatives communication. You listen to that. You actually listen to that. So I don't want to dwell on this, right? We have said this thing over and over. The issue of Madam Glasgow's suspension, it is not a surprise to me. I said this and I will say over and over that anybody who was brought on board by the former Liberian leader Joshua will be targeted. I said this thing over and over. And so when these people are being removed from their various position or probably suspended, it should not be something that you will say, oh, we are surprised. No, it shouldn't be a surprise to you, because these are things we talk about and they are happening. Okay? Now, very quickly before we open the telephone lines, there is something very important that I want to say, that I want you people to listen to. You listen to Representative Famula's response to Associate Justice Wes's recent statement regarding the impacts at the House of Representatives, or probably, let's say, the reason why they were not part of the president's SONA. All right, so Benita Compton, thanks for following us as well. Now, he claimed the reason here is that those people, they understand the law. You members of the majority of bloggers say, the people they are people, they are separate branch, and they respect the separation of power, so they will not come and tell us what to do or what not to do. You acknowledge their authority. They have authority over the country's constitution. They understand the laws of the country. So they provided an insight of what is going on. Right? They provided their stands and urged you, the representatives of the people, what to do to avoid this particular crisis we are going through. And one of the justices came on in recent time and clarified that. And a representative, a man who should be a respecter of the rule of law of the country, the same rule of law that brought him to power. Do you think if other people, or probably let's say somebody who, during the time of the 2023 election, have brought you into power, do you think the other people who have agitated against, coming or winning that particular district you represent, do you think you have come to where you are today and make such a statement? No, it would have been impossible. They respected the rule of law. That's the reason why they gave way and they said, yes, among all of those who contested in District 7, I think in Bond County here, we gave way to non-representative family to go because they respected the rule of law. Here you are making statements against people, statements against people who should be respected in the society. Now, there's a reason why we have been saying this thing over and over, that those people will continue to disrespect any position from the court, the Supreme Court. You know why? Because they don't respect the Supreme Court ruling, and they will never respect any ruling from the Supreme Court, as that matter is ongoing. The last time I checked, when a bit of information was sent to one of the lower courts, The lawyer that was threatened. He was threatened. Those same guys threatened him. And he made the decision he made. And today, here we are. So these are not surprise. They are not coming like a surprise to some of us. We expected them to happen. And there's a Liberia people voted for. There's a type of Liberia that people stood under the ring, under the sun, to say, yeah, we're bringing Bwaka to power to deliver this country. Instead of delivering the country, what we are seeing is serious retrogression that is leading our country to a path that probably tomorrow we may not appreciate. I said this in the other time. It is hard time we take decision. It is hard time that people make the move to save our country from this kind of crisis. And so we're here for you, our callers. You can now put in your calls. Let me quickly activate the telephone lines: 077223 9933, 0886304497, or 0777-980375. Call and tell us why you make of these things that are happening, and also the decision by the Rule of Law Caucus not to sit on the majority bloc speaker, Rachel Kuhn. What do you make of these things that are happening in our country? So we have our first caller here. This person, good morning.
Thank you. Good morning. I guess Stephen Compton.
This is Stephen Compton. Go ahead, Chief.
Good morning. Good morning to Ali. Ali, good morning. This is Hussein Kerry.
Okay, Hussein.
I come to Jada Sana. Thank you for this topic on discussion. Let me say this. On yesterday, I started the inspection, and the father family being very rude, and he brought our house to public the refuse. So in fact, because they have a law that says whatever you say in the session cannot be held liable. So I think we use that law on our opportunity to insult. It's a branch of government, right? They didn't just insult one of the associates, but insulted our entire body. And I think that was not called for. And the school is found that you have to work out of section. You cannot create an iPhone and banner. I'm looking for, I will not ever criticism to make us to very insulted or wanting to be outspread when we call on opposition decision. But some of us are putting the part in the authority. This is why we listen and call and disagree respectfully. It is not pertinent. You understand?
Thank you.
So, yeah, so I appreciate you guys for the talking on
Thank you. Thank you.
Respect the presidency.
Thank you so much, my dear brother. And let's get this other person on. Good morning.
Good morning. Chief is calling from Mama Point.
Okay, go ahead, Chief.
Okay, I followed the malaria for 8 years up to today. What Mr. Matali saying, anybody call and condemn one piece or a statement, that means that person was created by God and raised by Satan. But anybody created by God and raised by God, that means the person who come and say, Mr. Matali, what he's saying is true. And there's no challenge. So I thank you. He himself, he will tell me if one say I'm wrong or I'm right, he will let me know. Everybody, including the other brother himself, was created by God and raised by Satan. That's why the people acting like that, following this country, we are struggling. Every now we're sleeping and heat, we are actually there. So the same country.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
So thank you.
Thank you so much. And let's go on. And this person.
Yeah.
Good morning. Go ahead, Chief.
Thank you very much. Thank you to both of you. Thank you for your analysis. We are all factual. And I want to say this. The new leader now is majority black. Yeah. Majority black is the new leader because you can't be going against the rule of law. And you put it out into what I is smoking black or something. And just as the behave, you go into the honorable thing, you be saying, you what the heck? Get to respect the rule of God. You know what I'm saying? That you know. going to rise up. If they can't rise now, it will be lit. They put that traffic going to the street and kill them. Open it. We're speaking it now. So if we are speaking now, we will speak tomorrow. This is the time. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. We are still taking more calls here, and keep playing the King's Cash giveaway star 799 star 25 hash. With just $200 Liberian dollars or $1.50 USD, stand a chance to win for yourself 10,000 Liberian dollars on this Valentine's Day, at least to surprise your spouse. So that guy is pressing on. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Koto. Good morning, Mr. Masari. I am doing this morning.
Fine, Chief. Go ahead.
This is the world of PSI and Exponential Soviet School. Let me use this video to firstly condemn the Soviet system, the mayor rule and lawbreaker called fully formula. It needs to be condemned for recklessness and rudeness. What he did yesterday can I be already the state of a communication and who talk about or national leader like a lawmaker. Now we're saying, that is a trend that has actually in this particular government. Because more photo where mathematics lose the regular against a lawmaker. What happened? Our president went going and out of photograph when he fully and confident and committed to him.
Oh, yeah?
We always carry our information minister speaking lose the regular in such a hard leader.
Okay, we missed that color. But I got this pressing on. Let's see. This pressing. Hello. Good morning. Yeah, you are live. Go ahead.
If anything happens in this, the way I'm thinking about mine is I call from Ghana just slim. If anything happens in this country, we'll take go on and take over. The brother is causing problem for this country. This country will enjoy the peace from Ghana and get to Georgia. We have decided to enjoy the peace, and today, this peace again is being threatened. The brother is enjoy and focusing on the man. Let him please forget about the man because the major is the one that want to grab. And things so you can go back for Kevin and finger for him.
Oh, my man. Okay, all right. Okay, is it called back Kevin shoe for the puppy? Yes, yeah, I saw that thing somewhere there. Okay, so keep playing. The King's Cash gave away star 799 star 25 hash, and we just $200 Liberian dollars or $1.50. Stand a chance to win for yourself 10,000, and a couple of draw will soon be done. Coming up very short, but I get this pressing on. Good morning.
Yes, good morning. The issue.
Go ahead.
The actual full formula is a due respect to our support. We're quite left what that girl is heavily sponsoring for people to remove Stigo Kofa. But all is static. Where is static? Static in our whole year. And we have to bother serious. All our laws in our country, we want you to return. Wow! It's start. You were going to be one of the stories of government official yesterday. And we are seeing you volunteer.
Okay, but I get this person. We lost that caller. This next person. Good morning. This should be Mount Sisi from Cloudtown. I heard you cooking a simple mother. You didn't be girlfriend. Yeah, come here. So bad, man. Yeah, go ahead, Mount Sisi. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Okay, all right. Thank you so much, Ma Sisi. And let's take more calls here. This person, good morning.
Good morning to me and my colleague. Each of the recounts are cover another street light in White Johnson. Thank you guys for a fascinating discussion this morning.
Okay.
And I want to understand the rules of law focus yesterday for their and the first conference and the second one who took Honorable Yeka Kolaba for presenting a gift and a suggestive worker at 85 times and a senator. And I also even asking to locate me when he got out to the government because I want to buy another pair for the vice president, Jeremiah Queen. And lastly, even to the guy from Unity Party, those guys who claim to be a representative, who did formula in that form, and a James Collette, who are behaving reckless in a particular house of representatives. So for this formula, these are guys that are taking in what called the zombie and along with the cookie. That's why every basic aspect of their activities in that particular house does not correspond with the norms and the constitution of the Nigerian society. Because they are drug addicts. They are working under the influence of alcohol and other drugs. They are not normal. So that's why you see the society they are running in this form and minor. And they are drifting the people of one country, these two guys, James Collette and that of Foden Family, and then the Grand Society and man. So our message to the people of one country, do not be carried away by political chicanery. On this side, they are not educated. These are pre-historic and mentally and half-witted and individuals that are zero in every different aspect of their life.
Okay.
That's why they put it in shock and nothing they can do and also better the life of the Nigerian people.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your thoughts, and let's get it spread up. Okay. Hello. Yeah, this brother. Go ahead, Chief. Go ahead. I thought you left it loud. Yes.
Okay, this is Maurice.
Yeah, Maurice. You have a minute. Go ahead, quick.
Okay, thank you very much. You see, I just following all these things step by step. The executive, the president himself, has disobeyed the Supreme Court, has violated all the constitution, every law, everything that gives the Supreme Court, the president violated all. So if you follow us in the lawmaking for the family, who sit there to and go as far as now insulting them, there will be more insult to come after this, more to come. Trust me. Once the country is out of law, is out of control completely under this leadership, we are doomed. And Jene Kolba, before then, he gave football to George Weah. Today, he has given 85 that 85 million has given to Joseph Banda as the tradition gift. So I must commend him for that too as well.
Thank you. Thank you.
I commend him for it.
Thank you. Let's get this other person. Good morning.
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, hi, Chief.
I'm fine. Tell us the name and where are you joining us from, Chief?
My name is Ibrahim Johnson. Speaking for
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, first thing I want to say, just thinking what it's true. I was listening to your word. I'm ready. Yes, so I did you. Well, wait for the president. Well, I'm ready. Not this person. Yeah. Well, the thing I want my Monday morning. The way work out to see how to get me. Where you have to get. Because the people they white they start for 1 month. If they have 1 month, so the people they start they have 1 money. When the people here working, they won't get 2 months. They get about the day, they get a house there. They start working back. They have 1 money. They put what they say that a house there they go to get. They start working back. What I want to people say they say 1 month. They will start working back. You know where you have to get. They were saying you have to go to look at the job.
Okay.
I know my Monday morning.
Thank you. Let's get this person. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, sir. I didn't let me just conclude quickly.
Okay.
Yeah, this period time from this report.
No, Mama, you spoke first. Let's get this other person, please. I beg you. And we can keep one person in line. Yeah, good morning. Go ahead.
My name is Mr. Congo and that of Mr. Masale. Thank you again for your topic. My name is Believer Cindy, and I'm calling from Chicken Party. Yeah, and so the issue of the Supreme Court, for me, I will blame them for whatever you call and receive from the so-called law. Because the issue is simple. Everyone knows in your country that somebody went to the court for result, but then you let the result thinking. Even if you talk about it, someone that God, whatever they do, they can't do the meaning. We come. We are fighting to the know the meaning. There is no purpose at the time that when you work something that let's follow it, it's just a very few days. If you have done that for the initial stage, you are going to looking to this. Even when the first day, they speak on that part of the Supreme Court, up to the time, they are never looking to that case. So they want to
okay, thank you. Let me hold you there and get on this next person. There should be at area Toba. I'm sure. Good morning. Okay. Okay.
All guys from the legislature, they honor the devil win. So nothing will kill them. That all that they will do in the legislature, especially the lower house. So the block can't start to destroy that lower house. So nothing can come from there.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for making your own contribution. The next person, take a few more calls and go back to Mr. Master. Next person, good morning.
Yeah. Always make sure all the line, but let me get my clue. Hello, am I line?
Man, go ahead, Chief.
People are saying there can be nothing done to people who have missed living session, but there can be something done. And that thing will be done for all by the people of the Christian born country. People of the Christian and they should do in one country. Your two representation is similar to Monrovia to represent a district. They are not adequately representing you. Some of them are behaving as local, forcing a bomber harassing people officers. Some of them are insulting reputable people in society. So you need to do one thing, just one thing. Write a signature, come to Monrovia, and tell the people to send those people by letter they replace. Recall them, that's what we can do. We can recall them from the north and replace them with a better form of one country and make it district 7 and district 2. That's what we can do to fully Kamala and Mayor and James Colette. That's what they were asking me.
Okay, all right. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Also, And we just take 4 more calls, and then we'll call it a day on the call-in segment here. But while we await a few more calls, let's see whether we can get these people on. Yeah, so it's Sylvester, that Melvin Mustafa is following us, Sylvester, and Kamara is following us. Okay, so keep following and keep playing the King's Cash giveaway, star 799 star 25 hash with just 200 Liberian dollars or $1.50. Stand a chance to win for yourself 10,000 Liberian dollars. This person, good morning. You have to walk away from your monitor. Okay, let me just hold you to get this other person on. This person, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Kodo.
Good morning.
Let me say good morning to the farmer in the US. This is the farmer from the USA. Let me say thanks for your several discussion this morning. You got me?
Go ahead, Chief.
Okay. You know the issue on Madame Glasgow. Some of us, we know that Madame Glasgow and others. I don't know if apart from Madame Glasgow, if this government has any other division that is working with India government. Because the old men will make sure to get after everyone that was with former President Weah. So anyone that was linked with President Weah government, you will be out of your job. This is what the old man is doing. Madame Glasgow, to you today, NAFA has been brand as an institution in this country. To you today, our fishermen and women, they were able to get money boat or Egypt, and they can use only a boat to go overseas to fishing. They no longer use their tech or to prepare and go fishing. To you today, you are going to get money net. But today, come on the rescue mission. She is, you are leaving your office in the name of suspension. You are not suspended. You are not on suspension. You have been removed. You have been removed from your job totally. You will not work about that man.
Thank you.
He has left your working in this country. Even after the regime, I used to grade your agency as one of the guests.
Okay. All right. Let's hold you there and get on the next person. We don't have time in our favor now. There should be Emma Card. Go ahead, Card.
This is Emma Card. Visually, you bear God, and I give me this unprepared President Chico to fire to deliver. And it is we understood from our brother that when you are in session, yes, it is true that when you make statement, you're gonna be reliable. But mind you, the session in which Foley was taken from is not legal. Okay, they are stating, I'm going to refer to as Supreme Court, that they are stating a spouse of marrow, which means illegal. So, everybody can take step against it because they are stating it's not legal. Okay, so this can show that Waka lacks leadership ability. Because one who is the president of a country, the burden lies on you, on your shoulder, to make sure that your leadership, you have a soul skill so that you'll be able to deliver if you have any of your people or if you ever have any vision. But because you don't have vision for Liberia, you don't want to deliver all the lies that they brought during the campaign time. This is why they are allowing this quote-unquote minority to drain on. Okay? When we think we are getting somewhere, you see us going back. You see what happened yesterday? We congratulate the rule of Congress here and the police are standing with the law of Liberia. We are watching it. This is the right thing to do. You see, other people are rejecting people who fighting to be speaker. They brought their own guest speaker in the country for armed forces there. They refuse to recognize their so-called speaker. You see, our former president, our mother, refused to shake her head. Now I can say of speaker, but because he pushed the country into Mexico, Rwanda, then he's sitting there, he controlling himself as a speaker. As we speak, the Senate, we have divided the three branches of government. There is no more coordination because if you listen to what GSC what I said when they went to go to the rebel, carry on the rebel activities at Capital Building, he said there were several branches of government, so they were not forced to go for sharing from the court for papers so they on to invent for that they don't grow on their own. So the aspects of our reparation of government, all of Waka, there is no coordination that they are telling on.
Okay.
So right now where we are, nothing is working. Everybody is on different side doing their own thing. Then we ask a question. Abuna Waka is really here to govern this nation. Or the kingdom of our mission, so we can close our country back into rest. Then we are setting it and lying it.
Thank you.
One religion here and there, that was sleep on the issue.
All right.
Okay, going on, and we are suffering and things are going on for our way.
All right.
Thank you. And we are here to watch it and we're not here.
Thank you, Ka. Thank you. Two more calls, but this person do for us. Good morning.
Yeah, thank you, Stephen. I will ask you in just 30 seconds to make a clear.
Very quickly. Yeah.
30 seconds. This is clear. If you say that the president is wishing people who have taken positions, I will respectfully disagree. There is a vote at NAFA, and that vote had an investigation, and in fact, the president has not appointed anybody on that vote. Nobody the president has appointed as board members. And the board came out with a report submitted to the office of the president, and LSCC owing a lot of investigation, and the president has suspendable. Nobody told you that it should be dismissed.
Okay.
What we should be calling for, the investigation should be speeded, in order to be speeded. So that when
Okay, thank you. The very last caller, this person. Good morning.
please, 15,002. The president is completely wish hunting Liberian. Then the president took forward, they don't want to see any institution in power. Or to censor them. He removed the card from there, said he was for wrong. The investigation was presented by him by GST. All of a sudden, we noticed that he started paying it off because he wanted it off. Go to the LAPC when he removed all the 5 commissioners from the Liberia Authority. He replaced it. They are there acting and they are there. All over he removed everybody.
Thank you. Okay, Ka. Okay, yes. So that's it. I'm so sorry. We cannot take any more call here. And let me quickly go back to Mr. Masala. Mr. Masala, yeah, he's back to you.
Oh, thank you there, Stephen. And thanks to all of the callers. And those who couldn't get through, yes, tomorrow we are just going to recap those same topic from Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And you can stay join us tomorrow because I can see there are so many people that want to call. And thanks to all the callers for their input. Yes, we appreciate it. And again, to those callers, you can take your time and you sit by the radio and you listen to the radio. Then you want to call to make an impact. And then we cut you off because you want to be hearing yourself on the radio at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
And that thing when you get to our ear, like our ear jump is coming to like buzz. You see, the time you calling, just cut the radio off. You can't be hearing yourself. You call it until you want for other people to hear you. You're not there to hear yourself. So whenever you try to call, just turn your radio down or you even say call it off. And then just make your input from there. You can start following the show. But it is not good for you to take all your time and listen to the radio and then you call to make your impact and they cut you off. It's not good. But also, if we allow that, it's going to affect our ears too because those things we use in our ears. You see, sometimes that's why I hardly use my AirPod now because sometimes when you get to my ear, then it gives me headache. Yes, so the issue, somebody call and talking about Bon County for them to recall those representatives. I think, yes, I agree with that caller. That's a good step because you people voted those people into power to go and represent you. And what they are doing today, what are they teaching other people? Other young people that want to be represented tomorrow. If you can see young men like James Colette, family, they coming and behaving that kind of reckless and irresponsible way. So what message are they sending to other people over there? So tomorrow a young guy will want to run in Bon County, people will be like, no, you come and go over there and do the same reckless attitude of James Colette or family. You see, if you, James Colette, can say, oh yes, Funati Kofa, they didn't get any document from court before taking office, so You see, I don't really know. As a lawmaker, see that kind of reckless statement, being very much irresponsible, and see what this other guy did, family. See that kind of reckless statement. If you people say anything, somebody say in session, or you can hold them for it, then why people were going after Foko when he talked about them bringing the Capitol building down if the needful is not done? You people were going after him because he made a statement. You see, so we had to elect people that we think they can be there to represent us. But that James Connect and family, the people of Bonkante, I don't know, but you already need to see what to do. Those people, they are not in the interest of Bom County, and that's not a good news for the county. They are there to disgrace the county as well, because you're saying them to go there to represent you, but today they have become a big disgrace and embarrassment to the county. You see, and the issue about the Supreme Court being held responsible or color court, and he said this whole issue about majority block, minority block, he hold the Supreme Court responsible. I agree with him 100%. Yes, even I would say the same thing, because the time the Supreme Court came out that whatsoever those people are doing, once it is not in line with Article 33 and 49 is ultra virus, and yet then say we saw the majority block, they say they didn't tell them plainly that what they were doing was illegal, and they started carrying on that setting a thing. And for Natiko send a bill of information, I think it was time that the Supreme Court could immediately come in and say, okay, say we didn't tell you that what you were doing was illegal, and right down there they were to checkmate them. But they all alone, now you're coming to talk. So all of these things is also derived from the Supreme Court. And reason being, you see, they are doing that. Those people have been compromised by President Buhari. That's why they are behaving like that. And the issue I just talk about our people in Madam Glasgow, and we all know, you don't need a rocket scientist to tell you. Joseph Baka came to power. Everybody that was working with he doesn't want to see them in his government. You don't need a rocket scientist to tell you that. He came to power with witch hunt. People who were just making $50 at the Ministry of State to the Executive Mansion and other places, if when they get named working or the labor minister handle his dollar or who, if they can put all of these people down from transport ministry because they said that those people came to power under George Weah, people who making $50, you're chasing them out. So what becomes about those other people? If the government really can say no blue Liberia, no pink Liberia, no green Liberia, everything these people campaign on, they are doing the opposite. What the essence of paying the central bank governor 300 and some more thousand for 3 years? After they went to LACC, what were the investigation that went on? What were the results? That instead of you reinstate the man to power to his position, you rather pay him off 3 years. You know what that money can do for we the Liberian people? So if you say the government is witch hunting, they don't want to see any sedition in power, other people say no. You don't need a rocket scientist to tell you that that's the fight. For Madam Glasgow, I read the newspaper this morning. Even if they are going to fire her or whatsoever, the Liberian people will know that, oh yeah, this government decided to fire her. But she will make sure she will go after this case to save her character. You can't damage somebody's character. They did the city to central bank governor. Today, everybody saw what they said about him was a lie. So he decided to pay her off. And she will go after this government. They will go to court. And then those corrupt allegations on her, they will have to show it to the Liberian people.
Okay.
It takes years to build a character and you destroy it. So this government, this is time that if President Waka really came to rescue our country, looking at what the justice from the Supreme Court say, and looking at what the minority bloc are saying, this is time for him to get together now, to put his head together and see how he can respect the Constitution, the rule of law, and put things together. This is so sad to see our country like this. Rachel Kun, see, or guest speaker, you couldn't recognize you, but I said it. You can't go anywhere to be recognized as a speaker. Only in Liberia by Joseph Waka and the majority bloc. Nobody recognizes you. Why did you learn? They say you or professor at the university. What are you showing to the people? Those people that honor you, what are you teaching them? So till we can see tomorrow in the evening, or happy Valentine's Day to my beautiful wife, Mistress Aminata Mimi Masali, to my daughters, Happy Valentine's Day to all our followers, our listeners, and to all Liberians in and around the world. Happy Valentine's Day. Enjoy it. Stay safe. Be safe. God bless America. God bless Liberia. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, and so this is how we go on to this edition of the program, Issues in the Society. I'd like to say many thanks to every one of you who participated on today's edition of the program. I'm Stevie Compton, and coming up next is King's Daily with St. Andrews. Have yourself a blessed day.